Hi friends, welcome to your reading. This is Kay from Online Tarot. Let's go ahead and see what wants to come out for you today. This is going to be love messages from your person. So let's go ahead and grab a love message to see how they feel about you and your connection. I do have my Black Rose Mystic deck card to figure out their fears or any obstacles standing in your guys' way. I have Confessions deck here that I will be using to get some confessions out of your person. So let's go ahead and get started. I've shuffled these plenty enough. Let's go ahead and see what wants to come out for you. Thank you. So already I have nothing has gone wrong. Trust the process. This connection is divinely timed. So, maybe something that you feel like is an obstacle is actually not an obstacle, but more so like something that is going to aid in your healing or aid in the connection. I have a split deck. I have present and love. So feeling the moment, becoming aware today in the now, unconditional compassion, genuine union. So I do feel like you're being called to kind of, be more present in the moment. Expect, nothing more than what you are experiencing at the moment. Nothing has gone wrong. The things that you're going through are there to help mold you into the people that you're meant to be. I have family card here, starting a family. So I do feel like this is somebody who you are wanting to be with, wanting to make a life with. And if you haven't, if it's not that you already have, maybe you already have a life with this person, already have a family with them. Let's go ahead and see what are their fears in this connection, or obstacles, I guess. So I have two cards here. So fears are heartstrings and terms. So stringing along, getting pregnant, entrapment, playing with feelings. In terms, working out, begging, negotiating. Okay, so for this to be the fears or obstacles, maybe there is someone here who literally gets pregnant. I'm hearing that first off foremost. But, for those of you who aren't or who can't, maybe it is just playing with their feelings, and, they fear that you're going to do this relationship on their terms instead of on, what benefits both of you, is what I'm hearing. You might feel like this person is stringing you along, but I'm hearing it's just trust the process. It's not that. Let's go and see what they need to do to overcome this here. What is it that they need to do to overcome this feeling, this way of thinking? Trapped. So I have stuck, locked down, mental prison, captive. So I'm hearing they need to get out of their head. It's a mental prison that they are creating for themselves. They are, thinking the worst, thinking the most negative things that could happen. They're thinking that that's going to be this, and, and it could be they feel like they're being strung along, or, that they're being played with, or whatever the case may be. It's all in their head, basically. It's not really all in, and I'm not going to downplay how they feel, obviously, but you've given them no reason, right? And the connection itself is actually so divinely protected that it's silly for them to even think that. So let's go ahead and dive into tarot and see. Let's clarify these cards here just to give just a better understanding. I'm going to see how your person is thinking about this connection here. All right, let's clarify terms, please. I have working out, begging, negotiating. Maybe you are wanting to talk more, wanting to work things out, and you're at a point where you're begging for this. That's what I'm hearing. Okay, so the 9 of Wands. This person is used to things working out for them. They're used to things, going their way. And I'm hearing that, you know, with you, it's kind of rocky, you know. There's a lot of negotiating, there's a lot of working things out, and you know, that's good. It's something that's good in this connection, and something that helps them, you know, feel like they are like an actual person in the connection. So that's great. You know, this person has a lot of courage, a lot of strength that they are kind of mustering up to, you know, to let their feelings be known. Maybe nothing has gone wrong here. Trust the process. Like, your person probably feels like something is going on, something is, you know, at a halt, but and like maybe they're like mustering up the courage to tell you this, but you are like, you know, no, you're reassuring them nothing has gone wrong. Let's go ahead and clarify heartstrings, please. Stringing along, getting pregnant, entrapment, playing with feelings. Clarify that card, please. All right, so the Six of Pentacles in reverse. Interesting. There's some kind of selfishness that's going on here, and so I feel like it could be in regards to playing with feelings. It could be, you know, for some of you, some like literal entrapment with a pregnancy. I'm hearing like it could go both ways, right? Somebody saying like, I'm on birth control when they're not. It could be somebody saying like, I didn't, you know, relieve myself and they did. So it could go either way, but I do feel like this is somebody being selfish for the wrong reasons. You know, somebody wanting, you know, to string this person along, or to have this person, you know, in this kind of trapped moment. These two, entrapment and trapped here. I feel like that's really heavy. That could be just for some of you, I'm hearing, but you know, don't take it how it resonates. But I do have the Hermit here and Temperance split deck. I feel like that's significant here. You know, there's a lot of energy here, like positive healing. So like somebody going through the Hermit and climbing out of it, and in a result of the Hermit, they come out with a more balanced opinion, a more balanced approach on life. Let's clarify this trapped moment here. Have strength here in reverse. You know, there's a sign of weakness, and you know, people who love, you know, if you love somebody, you'll do just about anything for them. But let's go ahead and see. So I have the Queen of Pentacles here. You could be dealing with somebody who's really protective, really, you know, generous and charming, but in the long run, they're doing that to kind of keep you stuck and keep you, you know, captive, basically, like in a mental state where you feel like that you need them. They, you know, they probably see it as them being a stable provider and allowing you to focus on, you know, right here it says focus on your home, family, success, and abundance. They want you to focus on spending time with your family. They don't want you to feel stuck. They don't want you to feel like you're being held captive. To clarify, nothing has gone wrong. Trust the process. Like, this person is generous, they're charming, they're kind, they're truthful, they're intelligent, they're practical. They have all of the qualities that, you know, you want in a person. And like them having this energy here, this Nine of Wands energy, it just makes them even more attractive to you. I feel like this trapped card here, you could be feeling trapped, your person could be feeling trapped. Let's clarify that. This Queen of Pentacles here, I feel like your person doesn't want you to feel trapped, is how I read that. Because of how kind and truthful and practical they are. The Sun card, yeah. So you might feel trapped. Your person might feel trapped, but in reality, like, they have everything that they need here with you, or you have everything that you need here with them. It could go either way, I'm hearing. Let's get a split deck just to peek at it, and then we will move on. I had the Ten of Swords in reverse, so there is some kind of recovery from past issues in the connection. Let's grab a love confession from your person. These are going to be messages of love. Somebody who, you know, has a lot to say to you but doesn't know how to say it. They're going to express it here with this card. I'm hearing grabbing 2 cards here. So let's go ahead and see what they have to say. Well, okay, so intensity. Our connection is so intense and that sometimes scares me. My feelings for you overwhelm me sometimes. Please reassure me by taking things slowly and patiently. This will help me feel comfortable with changes that are happening. And that goes kind of with this terms here, this working out, negotiating. You know, maybe this person is overwhelmed with this, you know, sense of stability, sense of being taken care of, that they're kind of like feeling stuck. You know, maybe they, like, I see this get pregnant. They got pregnant, maybe they felt trapped with the entrapment and the trapped here, but you know, I feel like it was just like intense for them. Your person has a lot of signs that they might be somebody who doesn't really like take things, like they don't take changes well. Like this 9 of Wands card here, you know, they need courage to move forward instead of just naturally going with the flow. It takes them mentally to say, you know, I need to do this, to do it, instead of it just being done. And in regards to like expressing their emotions, right? So and also protected. So I will always protect you, my love, even if we are together or not. At this time, my higher self is always with you. I will always protect you in the love that we share. I will keep boundaries around my heart that only you can cross. So this person feels like your connection is protected. It's something that is, you know, the sun, you know, it's the best card. It's completion in love. you won at love, and they do feel like that's the truth. There's something about this get pregnant. I kind of want to clarify, to be honest, with my, and like it's so funny because expecting new beginnings here is on the bottom deck. So to clarify this card here, and this lady's kind of pregnant, I do feel like there's a pregnancy or maybe some kind of like, and it could be like a new beginning, you know, it could be a new business, maybe. Just want to clarify that, please. Thank you. Oh my goodness, pregnancy test. So I'm hearing take a pregnancy test. There could be just a pregnancy scare, you know, maybe this person, you know, really is, maybe they're nervous about a pregnancy test. So that is like interesting. Okay, so humor me here. I'm going to grab a time card because usually it doesn't really, you know, add up or make sense, but I feel like a pregnancy test is pretty, you know, let's go ahead and see. Let's clarify this pregnancy test, get pregnant, entrapment. Cards, please. So next week looks promising. So whenever you're watching this, you know, maybe have someone take a pregnancy test, or, you know, if this is you, take a pregnancy test within the next week. Yeah, 37 could be significant. I'm hearing that the sun, like I'm hearing an actual sun. There could, like, this is a baby here. So I don't know. That you take it how it resonates, but someone could literally be getting trapped with a baby, with like a pregnancy here, or feeling trapped. Maybe you find out you're pregnant and you feel trapped, you feel stuck in this connection. But yeah, that could just be for some of you. If this resonates with you, please let me know. Leave a comment, like this video, subscribe if you're not subscribed, and I'll see you in the next one.